Hey, what's up, everybody? It's late afternoon and I'm going for a dive. I'm going to take my GoPro out, my three prongs right up there. I'm going to go out that way and I'm going to swim up north. The sun's going down. It was a sunny day when we first got here, but we went did some whipping and the clouds came in real quick and it's a lot colder than I thought. There's my three prong. I'm going to pick it up and you can't see it on the camera, but there's a layer of fresh water on the top, and the reason for that is it's been raining a lot, and in Hawaii, with it's all we're on a volcano, so the volcanic rock is porous, so our fresh water forms a lens on top of the salt water. That's how we get our fresh water. So it seeps out at its lowest point, which is sea level. So it just forms the top maybe 6 to 10 inches of the salt water. So the surface is colder than the bottom. So what I'm gonna do now is that little rock outcropping there, I'm gonna drop down and I'm gonna put down my GoPro. So you notice I dropped my three prong and I'm gonna set up my GoPro right there so it can film out into that little ledge. So get some footage for you guys. Oh, look, there's a monocali right there. There's actually two of them. I don't have my three prong. That's okay. They're little small guys. Now it's time to go hunting. So I'm making my way up north. And what's really interesting from the area that I dove in at to where I'm headed, which is by the cliffs, it's not very productive. So I'm making my drop here. And there are a lot of boulders here. This is a little shallower. There's a king cole right there. And I miss my first shot. And I line up and it's still there. And I get it. And I got it in the tail. What a horrible shot. So I pin it against the rock and I pick it up. And this has never happened to me before. I never really shot a fish in the tail. And as I'm swimming up, the spear falls out. So I'm hugging the fish to my chest. You can see it right there. And I'm trying to get it on my fingers under the gills, and then he just swims away. He does a couple kicks, and I lose him. Not an auspicious start. So I'm diving back down, pick up my three prongs, see if I can see him, but I don't see this guy anywhere. And I look for him for a couple dives, and he's probably hidden under there. Hope he survives. I hate wounding fish and letting him go. Uh, that's the junk part about using a three prong, especially when you're not really good with a three prong like me. So not a good start to the day. First shot, first fish. I miss on him, and then when I get him, I hit him in the tail, and he gets away. So if you watch my previous videos, you know I like to dive on the yellow tang schools because you never know what's hanging out with all the yellow tangs. So I make a drop there, and there are a bunch of little small fish there. A little pualu, another pualu, umumale, my koiko. So I'm just kind of looking over and seeing there's a kole there. And, oop, there's a king kole right there. And I miss again. What the heck? And he stays around. It's really interesting. And I line up and I get him again a shot in the back and hit the tail and he gets away. That's crazy. Two king coles, two misses, two tail shots, zero fish. Like I said, I hate wounding fish. So I made a couple other drops which are not on film. Didn't take any shots. Make a drop here and I'm looking in the holes. And there's some mimpachi there. And I'm trying not to shoot a small one like the last two that I have on video. and I take a shot and I got it, and it's right through the middle, and you can't see it on camera. I'm trying to pin it and bring it out, and it comes off. Horrible. And that guy, that definitely is not going to survive. I hit him right in center mass. So far, 5 shots, 3 hits, 0 fish. So I turned around and started heading back to where I um, entered the water at. And it's really shallow here, and there are a bunch of king cole there. So I make a drop, and there's this little ledge. So I'm trying to hide under the ledge. Ooh, nice puffer fish, but I kind of spooked the fish. So I'm slowly crawling over. They're all over out of this flat area, and they moved closer to the boulders. So I'm working my way over. There's a king cole there. I'm lining up, and I got it. And this time it's not in the tail. I got a nice holding shot, and I'm pinning it against the rock. And I got it. And I push my spear through, and I have my first fish. And at least was able to get dinner. So I got a good headshot. So I'm dispatching the fish here. And that's my evolve. So basically I brain it, and then I cut the gills to bleed it out. And especially if you're going to make sashimi and stuff, not if you want to eat the fish raw, it really does make a difference if you bleed it out, in my opinion. So I'm bleeding it out. If you fry the fish up or you bake it or whatever, I don't see that it makes a difference. But just in case I want to eat it raw, I make sure I bleed the fish out. So there you can see my GoPro. There's my GoPro. I'm going to pick it up and put it away and head back in. So I have one fish, and I was thinking, should I just go in, or maybe I should pick up one more. So I kind of aborted my exit, and I went out to this flat area where there are a bunch of not too far off, and you can see all the fish there on the left. There are a lot of nai there, so I was targeting nai to make fish nuggets with. So I make my drop. And there they are. There's some maikoiko there. So I'm looking for a decent sized one, just moving slowly. I was thinking about shooting that maikoiko, but I said nope. I'm looking for a nai because I wanted a little bit more meat to make nuggets with. So I'm creeping my way over, and that guy's feeding, and a headshot. 2 headshots in a row after those horrible 2 tail shots. So I got my second fish, and I'm going to dispatch this guy, put it on the stringer, and head in. So after a horrible start, I ended up with 2 fish, one for dinner and one to make nuggets with for another dinner. So I'm dispatching it and bleeding it out. So now it's just time to head in because I'm getting kind of cold as the sun is going down. So I'm headed to my exit point, and I was greeted by, look at that ball of bait fish. Little tiny fish. I was hoping to see a papio or something, but nope. Anyway, I had my two fish. I got my GoPro footage. So they are here. Now you see the blur in the water? That's from all the fresh water right at the surface. It was super calm. It hasn't been this calm in months. I was so fortunate. And I'm gonna head out. One good thing about when it's rougher, those waves just push you right up onto the rocks, as long as they're not pounding on the rocks. When it's calmer, you know, and especially when the tide's out, sometimes you gotta climb your way up. So I don't want to drop my GoPro, so I put it up there with my spear, and I'm just gonna get my way out of the water. So it was a great dive. I'm really disappointed I wounded three fish. Hopefully two of them survive. Definitely the Mimpachi is not going to survive. Um, that's why I'm not a big fan of this restriction of spear guns. Anyway, I fished for dinner. I'm so grateful to have been able to dive and for the opportunity to harvest fish from the ocean. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and aloha.